Good evening, everybody, and welcome out to another special Pod of War Reacts episode. I'm your host, EOF Gizmo, joined this week by Massive Dads Chris Migueli.
Hello, everyone.
And, of course, Mr. PlayStation, Craig Warren.
Hello.
So we're doing it live again, pal. So if you're hearing this, you're watching this now, welcome. I have no idea if it's working or not, but we'll see. Maybe Chris can confirm that for me on another app. But yes, we're here. PlayStation are finally following suit with everyone else, and they're doing a state of play. They've told us what to expect. It's VR games, it's Suicide Squad, and a couple of other updates. Craigo, what are you hoping to see, buddy?
I mean, I'm hoping to see that Suicide Squad isn't absolutely trash. That's all I'm really hoping for right now.
Did you take that in Fantasy Critic? Did I counterpick it?
Did. No, I think Chris did.
Someone knows. I think it's up there.
Literally 2 days before the whole Battle Pass being leaked, and I was like, brilliant. If that could just leaked, a couple of days earlier, that would have been really good.
It's swimming in eights, isn't it? That's how I look at it already, and I think that would be a positive.
That'd be amazing, Dave.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
That'd be 10 points and 10 points.
As soon as I saw the league battle passes and cosmetics.
Well, that docks you a point, doesn't it? It docks you a point at least in all reviews.
Oh, everyone. And then like the whole is online always, and people hate that now and stuff like that.
But it's got Kevin Conroy's last performance, so. Perhaps.
Isn't everything like online always as well now, let's be honest.
I mean, let's be
most things like that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know, but everyone hates. I'm just going. It's got battle passes. It's got like, this cosmetic gives you this power boost, and again, I presume from the battle pass. But then, will they charge for cosmetics and stuff like that? So.
Oh, more than likely.
All that sort of stuff.
That's the future of haven't Sony said they're doing like 12.
Yes, that's literally what they bought.
Live service games.
Well, they bought Destiny's people like Bungie and that for, didn't it? So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, that's what I'm mainly hoping for, because I don't care about the VR. I couldn't care less about that. And maybe some of the third-party stuff, because I'm pretty sure last time they did one of these, the third-party stuff was actually quite good. It's like RE4.
I think you might see more Konami. I think that might be one of the things you could see. What about you?
Well, they announced today no Konami's doing an E3 thing.
Yeah, they'll be at E3.
So someone's at E3. Jesus.
Right. And Ubisoft, if there is one, is literally what they said. But yeah, Chris.
If there's a Ubisoft at that point, or an E3?
No, column A, column B. So, Pengy, you got your PSVR today, PSVR 2.
Yes.
With a minute to go, what are you hoping to see?
See what was announced for VR, because they just announced 10 more games. I think it was yesterday in a blog post with some being like smaller stuff, but Hellsweeper in there looked really like impressive from the trailer. So if they left these 5 for something for this, I'm thinking they must be linked to like a partnership or something. And they were talking to Ubisoft. It wasn't long ago they got out of the deal of being exclusive to MetaQuest of Assassin's Creed VR, so that might be here, because obviously it's got the IP and third party, and it's a little bit bigger than putting in a blog post. And like I said, they've just got out of the contract with MetaQuest having that exclusive to Quest, so I can see that. Yeah.
And for me, with 8 seconds left to go, I just want one more game to tip me over the edge to me buying a PSVR after the show. One more game. That's all we need. Right, we're live.
I've got like 2 seconds left, and it's just.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my 2 seconds advantage. Then just wanking over the PS5 already. Oh, here it is, VR. Okay, just a sizzle roll, Chris. You're okay.
Okay. Alright, and I played some of that.
God, already going to get a copyright strike though, boys. I can already tell this.
Imagine
if this is the only VR they show.
And they said 5 games, so.
There's probably more than 5 there, so they've done their quota.
That was the launch game. There we go. If these are all horror games, by the way, I'm going to be livid.
Let's see how you do this time.
That's not a good start.
Kid, we gotta work on your focus. Distractions.
Jim.
They'll get you killed out there. Remember what we shook on. Or, I guess we'll just have to keep this up.
To be honest, this looks really cool.
Hmm.
Mind the course. Let's try again, shall we?
Looks incredibly Borderlandsy. Oh yeah.
Might be too scary for you, Dave.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially in VR. If they say the words co-op though, Chris, you could help me from being a big ass baby girl. I don't know. This is artistic enough that I think I could cope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks more just first-person shooter as opposed to horror, to be fair.
Yeah, which is good.
Mm.
This year, Foglands. I wonder if it's related to Fogden. That's a joke for you all. All right, number 1. Okay, that was a good. That was a solid good. This is more Horizon, or not?
Yeah, this is no, it's not. This is Green Hill.
Oh, okay.
This is the survival.
If only it was a zone.
Hmm.
I always love the YouTube chats for these presentations, by the way. Don't know if you can see them for yours, but it's just people spamming like L's and then GTA 6, and it's just funny. This looks less interesting to me. Oh, Green Hell. I thought it said Green Hill, thingy.
Yeah.
I mean, any survival games like
Right.
that, don't it?
Yeah, I know it was popular on PC. And...
Also, do
No.
you remember in the last episode that we did, Chris, where you talked about there wasn't enough shooters on PSVR?
Yeah.
Free for free now.
Fracked!
Yeah. But End Dreams is a pretty decent VR
Studio,
studio,
yeah, they
so-
are. I mean, this looks cool.
They're doing the Ghostbusters game as well.
They are, which is one of the ones I'm very excited about, actually.
Yeah, this out of the 3 so far, this looks the best.
Yeah. It's funny with VR because
Well,
you got to understand. Like, I've never owned one, so all of these games are new for me.
Mm.
Like when Xbox does it for Craig, they won't.
No, it definitely won't.
They'll do something weird soon, Xbox, but I don't know what it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be their own cloud Windows thing, but we'll see. Obviously not the time and place to talk about it, but... Synapsis. Or Synapse. Okay, it's easy for me to say. Okay. What's this? Spacey?
This may be hard to hear. The Empire will fall.
Hmm. Oh, is it...
Our galaxy
What was
will
that
be
game called? Was it
into 30,000
Loading Human or something?
and war.
You're on your own. I was really hoping this was about to be a Star Wars game, but sadly not.
We can't stop.
Oh, climbing. I know from all the Horizon previews that this is the future of VR, is climbing.
Hmm.
Looks a bit too
I've done a
stealthy
lot
for
of
me though.
climbing.
The Iconic Books by Isaac Asimov. Never heard of him, unless this is going to be something really obvious in a minute.
So, will you
Ooh,
fight or die
mind
in
powers.
war,
This is the Expanse.
or help us?
I was thinking that, but I don't think so.
Foundation.
Journey to Foundation. That's really cool though. That was a really cool looking game.
Hmm.
You see that tower?
I've just never heard of the Isaac.
Scary one.
Well, Foundation series, I presume from that, but I've never heard of it.
To see the gate
Oh, this is Beyond Ice. We knew this was coming. I wonder why.
One of your picks. This is a Pengals ass Pengals game.
You're gonna show it.
Yeah.
Just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time.
Hey, you! Come over here. Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor.
See, I'd only play this if the platinum is very easy.
It does even if it has a platinum.
Imagine if this was what got me to VR, Craig. And you have to listen to me talk about BAFTA award-winning games every week.
Close your eyes now.
Mm.
Keep them closed. It's only a matter of time. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it.
Why does that voice sound familiar? Sounded like Hulk Hogan.
The next time you blink, I'm gonna send you back. And just try to enjoy it this time.
That was a sneak peek at some great upcoming games for PlayStation VR 2.
There you go, Pengy, 10th of March. Or do we already know that?
Yeah, we already knew that.
Which launches on PS5 next week.
Boo.
Right.
What is that? The witness.
The malefactor of our first collapse is at our doorstep.
You have no purpose. Because you fear to seek one. That fear is your failure.
Cutscenes always look good, but this game don't play like this, does it? So...
Oh no. Get ready for everyone to tell you, Dave, that Destiny's really good now. Yeah.
It's always been really good, Craig. Do you not remember?
Yeah. No, it was shit. It's always really good now.
Do you not remember us trying to do platforming? We did the campaign.
We know pain. Our purpose is its end.
The battle begins here and now.
Pre-order now. How about no? It's Pengals. That's Pengals game.
I'm not sure. Have we seen this one? This is once
Tashia,
a
isn't it?
Stadia. Yeah, remember this is once going to be a Stadia exclusive.
Oh, thank God.
R.I.P.
Craig killed it.
And I'll do it again.
So, Luna, as soon as it comes over to the UK, Craig will get cancelled within a month. God.
We could have had this. We could have had High on Life. We could have had.
And when we did, it just came to came to actual playable consoles. Don't want to be controversial and say that, but Cheer from New Caledonia, awful national football team, Craig. That's all you need to know.
Very pretty looking game.
Easy trophies.
Chia is one of the most
you'd think so.
anticipated games, and it's launching into the PlayStation Plus
Oh, even better.
in March.
Even better. Okay, I like it when they do that.
Let's take a look at what's in store next month.
Ooh, is it going to be the stuff
Oh,
they've already
nice.
announced, or are we going to get good stuff? Oof, 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 oof.
Obviously, you're like a couple of seconds.
You wait till you see the Plus games.
Okay.
Oh, it's pants.
Mm.
I mean, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection for the premium's not bad. Obviously, I'm slightly ahead of you, but it's Ghostwire
I
Tokyo.
guess.
So there's 2 Xbox published games, by the way, in that.
Yeah.
Because Minecraft Dungeons
guess-
was the essentials.
I guess having a day one release for Teachy, whatever it's called, is not bad. But
Yeah, but Battlefield
Not fantastic.
2042 is I woke one morning to find I was a dog. Okay. Oh, what's this game called, Chris? Humanity. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Have they showed this before?
Yeah, they showed it years ago, didn't they? I feel now.
It's basically Lemmings or Choo Choo Rocket, but in third person with a dog.
I feel this is playable in VR.
I feel like it should be if it's not. Again, is that a little downloadable, fun little game? Sure. I feel like my brain would explode trying to figure out how to play it though.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that. It looks really cool. I was like, God, just watching these trailers.
It's got a level creator, that's fun. I mean, I'd never do it, but it's fun.
I would do it for the once where it's like,
Ah, there you go. Optional PSVR 1 and 2.
oh, nice.
That probably makes it easier. This is one of those games I look at, I bet this is easier in VR. Oh yeah. May. Lovely. Limited time demo today, Pengy. There you go. That's one for the channel.
As long as it doesn't, well, if it comes out like the 11th of May. Sorry, humanity.
Oh my god, they're finally showing this game again.
Ah, goodbye, Volcano. Hi.
Yeah, I feel like they showed this when they launched the console.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a launch game.
So, big day. Class president's speech at the assembly. In light of the whole space.
I feel like you couldn't pay me money to play this, but
Thing, my chosen theme feels off.
What's the theme?
This is really reminding me of that other like band game
Yeah.
that I think
Nights
Chris
in the
played
Woods.
last year.
Nights in the Woods. Artful Escape.
No, the one where you play as an actual band.
Is important.
Actual band.
I think Chris has played
Sure,
so
Chris played
much.
it last
He's
year.
played so much Tat, he doesn't remember Tat anymore.
I don't
I
even
think
know
it's
what game.
episodic.
Oh, no, I never played it in the end because I was going to wait until the old episodes came out and I never got around to it. I know the game you're on
Even
about
you were
now.
like, nah.
I mean, this doesn't look awful, but it just doesn't look like something I'd enjoy. There's a bit too much social element to it. Like the little rhythm game bit, I'm all for. It's all weird furry, isn't it?
We've always done what you wanted to do, and that's fine. But there's only so much time we have left. How are we supposed to just be fine?
I could see this. Obviously, you're in like couple in front of us. I can see this being like the Shadow Troll game.
No, it's coming out in June.
Oh, that's the day before Final Fantasy. So
Oh
that's-
boys, there's a Naruto 20th anniversary thing. Oh, it's all the Ninja Storm games in one collection again.
again, only for the 700th time.
Now I'll just cut you off completely.
Never watched the show, so I have no context for any of this.
No matter what you become, I will always love you.
The Hokage is the person who walks in front of everyone and bears all the pain.
But these games must sell well because they keep making them.
But it just seemed to like I know this is like remaster, but all connected. Did it say? But
Yeah.
you just bring out the same game.
Yeah. Pretty
Pretty much.
much. I mean, Dragon Ball's been doing it for 30 years. 40 years at this point. Not VR though, Chris, so I don't care.
But why not remaster Rise of Ninja and Broken Bond? You know,
Why not, eh?
or make a third one to them.
Sweet dreams.
How about this?
You'll be eaten alive.
Idiot! Catch!
Lock on.
Go, Choji!
Shino, fire all rounds.
Super Beast Scroll!
Here I come, Hinata.
From here forth, history will be spun again.
It's a long ass trailer, eh?
It is for remasters.
With no end.
Naruto, Boruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. There's one for... Oh, it still goes, Craig. It's still going. We've got new characters.
What you describe is nothing more than oppression through force and fear.
My frail little brother.
No. I do not
Coming
wish to fight you,
2023.
little brother.
Okay.
Captivating fantasy worlds await in our next 2 games.
Right, I feel like Final Fantasy was the hint with that. We'll see. Oh, it's Baldur's Gate!
I'll tell you a story.
Pete
Always
and,
come to console.
Pete and his girlfriend will be very happy.
My life was dismantled piece by piece. And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything.
But I thought it couldn't be done, Dave, on console.
It was on Stadia.
Yeah, but that was Cloud, remember?
Discover Gedric's secret. Find out what it is that makes him invincible so we can strip him of his advantage.
See, my friends would be mad for this, but it's just too much for me.
See, it depends. 'Cause obviously, it's only been on. It was on Stadia and some of the other Cloud ones are now, I think, GeForce now PC.
Yeah, the first,
only ever
the
been,
first
like,
act
digital
has been on PC.
Yeah, but if it's like as a physical or something, I might give it a go.
All my friends play it with their partners. It's that type of game, the Divinity games and games like this, but I don't really like this level of D&D infusion in my RPGs, to be honest.
Yeah,
So,
see, I'm getting Dragon Age Origins vibes.
It's
and,
way
like, I
more
really
in
like
depth
that
than
game.
that, like way
Yeah.
more deep. Is it PS5 exclusive?
No, because it was not. I presume not PS4.
Yeah.
But on Xbox Series. Because I remember I was joking when it came to Stadia, like, oh yeah, we're putting it on cloud because it can't be done on consoles. But obviously at the time it's PS4 and Xbox One.
Control the chaos.
So.
Meet Senja, who likes to get up close.
This is some free-to-play MMO thing.
Firepower and fast
It does look like that.
Do you reckon this is one of their like live service games?
No, because that surely would be first party, and they said no first party.
Okay.
Here, you'll turn your loot into new weapons and wayfinders. You can also explore dungeons called Lost
Even though I've got a feeling they own End Dreams, so I don't know. So who knows?
Lost zones are where you and your friends will team up.
Well, I don't know about you, Craig, but what I'm thinking so far is, I tell you what, this Suicide Squad footage better be bloody good.
It needs to save the day.
Yeah, I
Dave.
mean, I don't mind the VR, a couple of the VR shooters, but
Sign up for the chance to play early now. Thanks for watching.
Wayfinder. I mean, Airship Syndicate are a great studio, so
I have heard of the name now. Because didn't this I think this launched the previous beta for PC during was it the Game Awards or something? They were like, it's out now. I'm like, oh.
we've got the Craig section now. Just the two Capcom games. So I imagine it's going to be Street Fighter and Resident Evil 4. No Street Fighter. It's Zangief.
It's a big wrestler guy.
Yeah, big fat Russian wrestler. Wonder if he's still Russian. It's the most clothes he's ever worn in a Street Fighter game though, Craig. He usually has tiny little pants on.
I thought he was going to drop the leg then.
I think he does. I'm sure he drops the leg in one of the games.
I think this is going to get you a lot of points in Fantasy Craig, though.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the jackhammer!
Yeah, like his finisher is literally like a sit-down powerbomb. Like a spinning sit-down powerbomb. It always has been.
It's just like
There it
that.
is, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like literally, Street Fighter 6 is low-key my like tip for Game of the Year. Because if it's good, fighting game fans, it's real good, you know? Especially this seems to have an actual single-player campaign as well.
Mm.
It's Lily. Oh yeah.
It's a child!
I mean, I hope that for how short her shorts are, I hope she's at least 18. Because you know what these Japanese are like, Rico.
Why is Blanca wearing
It's
I don't know. I was going to say overalls, so it's not.
Dungarees.
She's got jorts
Yeah,
on.
dungarees.
I mean, it's 2023. He can wear it if he wants.
Yeah.
I like the boys.
But not the one we're looking for.
Have they put clothes on Cammy? Surely not. Ah, how disappointing, Pengy. Cammy's not in her giant thong she's usually wearing. Instead, she's kind of Captain Britain.
Hmm.
I mean, the character model is still hot. I mean, let's be honest, but still. What's that guy with a cane? Oh. Or is that Dudley?
Will it be any good with Cammy still, or really even worse?
Well, I'm only good with Ken, as you know, so.
Hmm.
But I'm real good with Ken.
Another mission awaits.
Hell yeah. Game's gonna be so good. June 2nd.
June's looking good month. This goodbye for Kano High and Final Fantasy 16.
There he is, Craig's Game of the Year. God, they've made this a lot scarier. A lot scarier than the first. This looks like the original concept for Resident Evil 4. God.
Temperance, child.
I'm taking delivery, preparing some entertainment for you. Ah, the entertainment. Without further ado, the gallant knight protects the princess fair. I'm making you for you. Move! Is it always like this with you? How about you open fire instead of your mouth? Long time no see. Major Krauser? Why? You can't save her. You can't save anyone.
Been a lot of Capcom suplexes in this showcase, Craig.
Forward. We will beat this.
This looks so good.
I'm so curious to see what you think of it.
Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea. You're gonna hurt yourself. Sorry, bad traffic. One combat shot complimented Hunnigan. This is kind of fun.
Just forgot how weird a game it was.
Ah, yes, the time has come. Like I told you. explosive. Ready to die, rookie. Exalt all, Leon, and let it be so.
Seen Ada yet? Oh, there she is. Speak.
Oh, mercenary mode. Oh yeah. March 24th. Special demo coming soon. They're going to show the VR mode that they announced. Nope.
Well, they said they've been just started development, didn't they? So.
Deadshot, Kingshot, and Captain Boomerang against the world's greatest DC superheroes in this extended look at Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
Right, let's get to
Let's hear from
Suicide Squad.
developer Rocksteady Studios.
Oh dear.
Hi everyone, my name is Darius Sidarian and I'm the Studio Product Director at Rocksteady Studios. Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League is the next installment in the Arkhamverse and will be releasing this May. It is a third-person action shooter set 5 years after the events of Batman Arkham Knight. Metropolis has been invaded and you're going in as the Suicide Squad members Harley Quinn.
So it is in the
Arkhamverse.
Yeah, so it is actually an Arkham game.
Threat, a corrupted Justice League.
That bumps his score up, right, boys?
The best experience for our players, and we're very excited to share more as part of this state of play. Today, let's take a brief look at one of the missions.
Rocksteady have an awesomely hilarious trait of any game that's in their series that isn't them, they just completely disregard. So like Gotham Knights is dead to them already. Arkham Origins never happened. Like, you know what I mean? Another soundtrack that's going to get us banned as well.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a sec. Hello, Brainiac? Is it happening now? Great. You will have Luthor ASAP. Good news! You want Luthor, all you have to do is... come and get him.
The only highlight to this game, Craig, is that the shark guy is played by Samoa Joe.
That would bump up the score, surely.
Well,
everyone loves Samoa Joe.
As long as someone is Scott Steiner, I don't really care.
Flash is alive. And he has Luthor.
One damn thing at a time.
It's a lot of purple, isn't it?
Artillery is gonna wreak havoc on our front line. If there's a snowball's chance in hell you can destroy it, I expect you to, no matter the cost. Are we clear?
Yeah. Where the snowball? Time to light them all up.
Incoming Harley! Out of my way.
Guess Quinn ain't holding anything back for later. Hold my beer, guys. Let's dance. That's gonna leave a mark. Focus our fire on this tank. Why do we never get reinforcements?
Thunder upon this tank.
Yes! Spot ya, mate! Love explosions! Up high! Incoming!
Set this chopper flying!
Roger that, Quinn. Eyes up. We got more company. Go, Shark, go.
Craig,
A lot
what's,
of shoot the.
what's the game
glowy
that's
things.
coming to mind right now?
What
does it look like?
Crackdown?
It looks just like Crackdown. I don't think that's a positive. The chat are not enjoying this, put it that way. In this video. They are not enjoying it.
It does seem like jump around, shoot the big purple blob jump around and shoot the big purple blob.
Yeah. It looks like a multiplayer game, like a multiplayer shooter, doesn't it? It doesn't look like the next game in the Arkhamverse, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm very fascinated to watch the kind of funny reaction to this after this, because they're big Arkham guys, aren't they? Tell you what, I think whoever counterpicked this was very clever.
That was me.
Because it does not. I don't know. Like, it's mad how much people are hating it in the chats of this video.
So, how'd the whole taking down the Flash thing go?
Still in play? Now get out of my way. I have work to do.
Well, hey there, sleepyhead. We've got an interrogation to get back to. Hey. You think I'm just gonna let you walk away? And tell these guys everything you know? You think they can stop us? Pathetic. Pathetic!
At least I'm not a big hero turned stooge for a spaceman.
Okay, Boomerang. You want to see what a real hero can do? I'll show you.
Flash, how do I stop this? Please, tell me how.
You have to kill us, Diana. We have to die to save the world.
May. So it's coming this year then.
Yeah, they already had a date.
Be honest, that didn't look great. I would be more interested in the Wonder Woman game they should have made instead.
Rocksteady Studios has even more to share today.
The demo?
Wait, is this someone making a Wonder Woman game? Or am I just making that
Yeah,
up?
someone is. I think it's. I can't remember who's making it, but yeah, someone is doing one game.
I think the problem with the Suicide Squad is its first impression with that first movie kind of ruined the idea.
It's really about now reframing the story and telling it from the villain's point of view.
Where are we going and who are we?
Because it's basically like, yeah, Harley Quinn, she's a crazy hot clown girl. And that's kind of the joke, right?
But like a whole massive chunk of new stuff that they've never seen before.
I thought they were going to show the actual game then. I thought they were going to be like, got your guys, right?
Right. Didn't realise Rocksteady were British either.
Yeah.
We're picking up the story 5 years after the end of Arkham Knight, and a lot's changed in that time.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
Brainiac has invaded Earth, and he's this huge threat overlooking Metropolis. He's taken over Metropolis City, the Justice League are there.
How frustrating is it that Metropolis is first, like, appearance in a video game recently is going to be this instead of a Superman game?
The Justice League share the same as Brainiac to take over Earth and turn it into the new Kalu. What we've created is a classic Justice League, but with the sense that there's something wrong with them.
They are now doing Brainiac's bidding, and Amanda Waller scrambles to try to remedy this and essentially save the Earth. And she recruits our 4 lovable characters into fighting the Justice League in an effort to reclaim the Earth and thwart Brainiac's plans.
Your new mission is to kill the Justice.
Oh, it's the lady from Star Wars.
The members of the Suicide Squad are Harley Quinn,
That's confusing. She's got a busy month. She's going to be a Jedi Master, and then a month later she's going to be Amanda Waller.
I think I know which game is going to be better, Dave.
Right?
Trying to keep that momentum going and use that.
It's tough, right? Because like,
so they're on about like always swinging around and stuff.
I was going to say like,
Spider-Man.
did these characters do that in the comics? Because I feel like they didn't.
Yeah, it goes like the Marvel, like the MCU thing of it, like everyone can fly now, doesn't it? Like there's no gravity, there's no.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone can just fly. Yeah.
Sort of the fantasy of playing as Deadshot as this master assassin.
It's one of those things I look at this and I'm like, I'll tell you what, if there was 4 of us playing this in multiplayer, we'd have a great time. But it's also like,
yeah, like this gameplay needs to feel like amazing to actually play.
Yeah, like
it's the only thing that's going to save it a little bit.
Actually, I'm the son of a god. It is my shame to suffer mortals and their buffoonery.
But also doesn't really know simple words or simple things that are going on. I think that's brilliant.
In terms of combat, he is a brute. He is a tank. He can take more damage. His abilities all lean into the fact that he wants to get in a bit more close and personal. He's the fastest melee character.
Captain Boomerang's got his Speed Force Gauntlet that he can use together with his boomerang. He can throw it to any point in space and Speed Force to that point along the walls, along the floor, and get wherever he wants to go.
You can use that to get up close, dodge around in midair, taking out the enemies, and then scarper because he doesn't want to stick around.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here.
One of the most exciting parts that connects our game to the DC lore are the support squad.
Piss off, Widow.
And you have Penguin, the arms stealer.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
But also some new faces. Hack, who is a digital ghost that is helping the squad both navigate the world but also upgrade their mech bombs.
That's a big adrenaline spike and a nice bomb sending out.
This. Toyman, who's helping the squad with perfecting gear. And then finally we have Gizmo, who is helping the squad with insane vehicle creations that let you blow shit up.
Metropolis is your playground. You're going to get to meet different characters, different villains, and you really get to see these cool, iconic locations.
Being the city of tomorrow kind of like meant stark contrast with Gotham City, which is very dirty, it's always raining. And that contrast with like a city that's very grand, it's very clean, it's very functional.
The huge difference between Metropolis and Gotham is that Metropolis really acknowledge and really trust Superman. So there is a lot of statues to thank Superman for everything he's done for the city.
You're getting to see Metropolis through the villain's eyes. You're getting to experience this world and traverse through this world as the villains. So the core ability that everything wraps around in Suicide Squad is your traversal. How that works with combat is you're chaining your combat moves together with those traversal moves, and the combat encounters are all designed to push and pull you around the environment in a battlefield that's constantly changing, working out how to use all your different weapons, your guns, your melee attacks, and how to use them all to your best advantage to control the chaos and come out victorious.
What's awesome about gunplay is the variety. So there's 6 core types of weapon families. We've got assault rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, shotguns, miniguns, and pistols.
Do you guys think this looks worse or better than Marvel's Avengers?
It looks better than Marvel's Avengers. Because the character designs are quite good. The world design is quite good. But and you haven't just fought monsters. Well, you haven't just fought robots the whole time, which is what you did in Avengers.
Yeah, but it's looking a bit
It's
like
very similar.
Playing games. Apart from the tank,
very similar.
tank and stuff.
I mean, Gotham Knights looked more Arkham-y than this, put it that way. Here's the bit that Craig wants. All the loot.
Oh, there it is.
I just...
You cannot make those numbers go up.
I just don't know why if you're going to do this, you don't just do, like, Justice League.
You need to get your light level up. Wait, sorry, that's Destiny.
Oh yeah, you can dress Harley Quinn as Wonder Woman if you just pay for some microtransactions.
You can be running around in your asylum jail outfit and still have like the best gear score ever.
I like it.
Our game is a 1 to 4 player co-op experience, which means that all the missions in the game have been designed to support solo play, playing with a friend, 2 friends, or 3 friends.
For the single player fans, you can play it in single player with bots filling in the role of the squad, so you still feel like you're and you can
That's not what people wanted to hear, was it?
Or we can say, well, I think Harley will be a better fit for this mission, so I'm going to switch over and I'm going to try her out.
There is bots when it's just on your own. Is that
Yeah.
what you're on about?
So it's not really
Like I
designed
said-
for single player.
No, this is what when I saw the leak where it was saying like it's this online only multiplayer game and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's gonna annoy people.
You should not have opened it by saying it's part of the Arkhamverse. Oh, it's one of those, right? Because I'm not actually fussed because I don't really give a toss about the Arkham series, but like people are going to be annoyed by this, I think.
Who like to customize their looks will offer a battle pass that only contains cosmetic items.
Okay. Oh, I've got to make sure they mention the Baton Pass.
Just picture it. Harley Quinn kills the Justice League.
If you like story games, if you like RPG elements, if you
Only cosmetics though, Davey. So
Yeah, but that's what if you play these games. That's what you want, isn't it?
you gotta grind if you want that Margot Robbie skin. For Harley
But
Quinn.
yeah, because every movie, because obviously you've got the Flash movie coming out soon, haven't you? So you'll have that be a part of the Battle Pass for like the classic outfits for people.
Yeah.
So it's coming out in May. Oh, yeah, and that was it. Ooh. Oh. Right, let's talk about it, shall we, boys?
More announcements soon. Thanks for watching.
Obviously, we haven't got a
Was that
recap.
it? Was that
That
the
was
end?
it. So we haven't got a recap. We can just kind of go off our memory here. So we started, boys, with the VR games.
Mhm.
I actually and I can't believe I'm saying it. That was potentially the highlight of the show for me because there was some interesting games. The names have already gone because this was 20 minutes ago. But yeah. How do you feel about the VR section, Chris? Because obviously you're now
It
Mr.
was
VR.
good. It was weird the show before your eyes thing that's already been announced when they said 5 new games, but it was only four new games. But that was it
Synapse
or something?
We knew you were going to say it.
Synapse,
Synapse. That looks really good.
That looked really
and
good.
Foglands looks really, really good. Actually, Foglands look
could
really,
be-
really good.
Yeah, those two did look pretty good out of the and before Rise, I must really get because it's like 10-11 quid, and I've said before I've played it on PC, so I kind of want to see how it compares from going from PC to playing in VR, etc. sort of thing. So it's one I want to play, but it's not something I needed to see it get.
No. And before we get to Craig, 'cause I know you don't really care about VR, but for me, I really like the look of Foglands, really like the look of Synapse, really like the look of the Foundation game. Probably not enough for me to today go out and buy a VR2 yet. I still think I need to wait for Firewall Ultra and potentially one other first party game. But I thought the VR showing was okay. What do you think, Rigo?
I mean, I couldn't care less about VR in the first place. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? 'Cause if you take the VR-ness out of it, would you be that impressed with them? I don't know.
No, but then it's one of those things like if it's designed for VR, like obviously.
No, I get that completely.
Yeah, and it's one of those weird
It's
things I
just-
think as well because
yeah.
me and you especially have next to zero VR experience, and so like I don't know how much it translates in a 2D video because I'd imagine being in a world shooting at high fidelity is probably pretty cool. Is it cool enough to spend £550? Probably not. But like, you know what I mean? I think if you're already in, then I think that showing wasn't too bad. Is kind of my diplomatic way of looking at it. But moving on, Chris, because it kind of went downhill from there, didn't it? To be honest, so we got lots of indie stuff. Was there any indie stuff that really stood out to you, Craigo?
I thought that Shire game.
Let's go with Chia with a silent T.
Chia. I thought that looked decent. Didn't really. I mean, the art style looked really good. I don't know if they showed what the actual game is, but then
It's
they didn't
basically
show too
like
much, I
a
guess.
walking sim adventure-y kind of thing.
Yeah, hopefully it's not
And you
just
can
like a
change
survival
you
game.
can change animals to change like complete puzzles or something.
Yeah, so hopefully there's like a core to it, an actual story, and you actually like an objective that you're working towards. But that looked really good. Other than that, not really for the indies, to be honest with you. I think that's the main one. And it's fairly soon, and it's plus, isn't it, as well, which is good.
Yeah, so it's plus, extra and premium, which is the Game Pass part of plus. I thought it looked fine.
Well, the Tetris Effect guys game looked interesting as well. I just don't know. That's one that like, if I don't know if that's coming to everything, but that would have to come to a subscription service. Like I don't think there's any way I'd pay money.
No.
It's one you would try, isn't it? Because it looked confusing as all hell.
What about you, Pengy?
Yeah, I thought the indies were pretty good. Like, I forgot that Humanity was from the Res and Tetris Effect team, and they're obviously both good games. And it's got a VR mode, and VR not, and so it's got both, so that's interesting. The music, especially because they normally make like music-y games, so the music can be interesting and stuff like that, so that'd be cool. Chia being in Plus and like a day, launch game is good. And goodbye Volcano High. See, I like the look of that. I think it's supposed to be a launch title for the PS5, and now it's like 3 years later almost. Just the date of that is really bad, coming out the day before Final Fantasy is but then I can see it being like 3 or 4 hours long, so you can actually finish it in a day. But yeah, that's not good timing of that, really. But as the indies I thought would be there like earlier today, the only one I wasn't shown I thought would be there was Little Devil Inside, seeing that was supposed to come out in December, and it's now nearly March.
I feel like that game's like dead, because the last time they showed that, it looked awful, didn't it?
It's been in development for like 20 years now.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, the more they show, it's like the worse it seems to look, and like you say, it keeps getting delayed, and like, yeah.
The answer to our question earlier, by the way, was Monolith are making the Wonder Woman game.
They did the what do you call that games? Lord of the Rings, but not Lord of the Rings.
They did
games.
Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, Middle-earth games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, indies, nothing was interesting to me, in the slightest.
Even give Chia a
No,
try.
I mean, I'd try it, but then I didn't try Stray, and that came to it as well. It's just one of those, like, I'm not as indie adjacent as you two are, to be honest with you. Like, I just don't find those games. If I don't game enough to be like, right, I'm going to spend my 2 hours today playing an indie game when I've got God of War I haven't played, and I've got Horizon I haven't played, and I know it's silly because I used to make indie games, but still, like, that's just how I feel. It has to be like a hook, and there was nothing there that I was like, yep, I'm going to sit here and try that. But it's on Plus, so maybe if I've got a quiet week and there's nothing, I've played every game in my backlog, I can't see it happening, boys, to be honest with you. So the next big announcement, I guess, was Baldur's Gate 3, right? Coming to consoles in August. I'm just going to see if that is a PlayStation exclusive, but it was at least next-gen exclusive.
Yeah, I feel
makes
it's next gen when I was sort of when they were like not doable
so
on
it
consoles.
is not coming to Xbox. It's not announced for Xbox. It's announced for PS5 and PC.
Oh, okay, weird. Do you think they would have made a bigger deal if it was an exclusive, even a timed one in the showcase?
Right.
Yeah, possibly. It might just not. I don't know. It might go on the YouTube channel for Xbox. Who knows? But I'll be honest, it's not one that.
So
I'm
on Larian's
massively fussed about.
Twitter is just says PS5 and PC, and my friends are pissed because they've all got Series X's. Oh God, well that even makes that worse, really, to be honest with you. But there we go. What else do they show? Obviously, the Capcom games look good. There we go. The two Capcom games look really good. So.
Yeah, the problem with them is, I guess, is like we've already seen them because they were announced at the last State of Play, and they already have dates. So it's just like, oh, here's them again.
But now you know Cammy's in it.
But isn't she in every Street Fighter ever?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's like saying, They're doing a new Super Smash Bros. Oh, Mario's gonna be in it.
Surely not. No DLC. It'd be in the Battle Pass. But yeah, like all jokes aside, like Street Fighter 6 looks very, very good.
It does look good. And the
Resident
thing
Evil
is,
4
I
looks
know
even
other-
better, to be honest. And I don't like either. I don't like Resident Evil. So sorry, Chris. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I know a few people that mostly pick up Street Fighter 6 as well, so...
It's actually really well priced as well. It's actually only a £55 game on PS5.
Nice.
Which is crazy. How excited are you for Resident Evil 4, Craig?
Very. But then, like I said, I was sold before this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and you're going to play
I
on
was sold as
Xbox. You're
soon
not
as
going to
this
play
was
it on
announced,
PlayStation.
The last day of play, and then whenever we got the date, I was like, okay, that's fine. That's probably day one.
So that leaves us with Suicide Squad. Now, my initial impressions of Suicide Squad is if you put that trailer next to the first gameplay demo of Gotham Knights, I think I'd pick Gotham Knights every time.
Oh, that's a hard choice.
Does anyone disagree? Because as a single player, so it's just me playing it, if you put that and Gotham Knights next to me, not knowing what Gotham Knights would come out and be buggy or whatever, I think I'd take Gotham Knights. And that's not a good sign.
I wouldn't want to play either of them, to be honest with you. But I think
no, but if you
you're
gun
right.
to your head, you got to play one. You saw
Yeah.
those two gameplay
Yeah.
trailers. You want to play a DC superhero game. Well, any superhero game really, because they all kind of play the same, the good ones. Third-person shooter isn't really what I would have gone for. Are we wrong, Chris? What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right, because, yeah, it just looked like a better-looking Crackdown.
It looks like
basically.
Crackdown Avengers that play, you know what I mean, with like a battle pass. And it's
And like all the characters can like sort of fly, but not fly.
It's also as well like the points we made, like you make the Avengers comparisons, Craig, and even the Gotham Knights comparisons. Are you telling me people want to play as Boomerang and Sharkman and Deadshot?
And pay, I remember it's £70 as well. The game, I think.
Yeah, like that's really the kicker for me is like people like Avengers was not a good game when it came out, right? It wasn't what people expected, but you could still be Iron Man and Thor and the Hulk and be like, oh, you've got this kind of sense of like immersion and like joy because you're playing as these iconic characters. And like even Gotham Knights, like Robin is a character that like you know what I mean, like Batgirl, it plays like Batman but is a girl, like it's fine. But like who wants to play as but like who wants to play as Boomerang, Deadshot and the Big Shark guy other than it being Samoa Joe? Like of course like everyone's gonna love Harley because she's a popular character, but like you're gonna be like clamoring, are we gonna be going online and be like, oh Craig, my Captain Boomerang build is unreal?
Yeah, it's a hard sell, isn't it?
It really is a hard sell.
The only chance they have is that the gameplay is somewhat okay.
Yeah,
But
like
I
they've
feel
got
like
they've got a good track
looking at
record.
what we've seen.
Like that's the problem is like
Yeah.
if this was another studio, I think people would be even panning it even more than they are right now. And right now on
definitely,
Twitter they're
yeah.
panning it, I can tell you that. But you trust Rocksteady haven't gone wrong. But
I'll say this right now on Fantasy Craig. I will if you said I could take a 70 right now, I'd bite your hand off, Dave. Christ.
I don't think it's going to be as bad as under a 70. Because I still think.
What did the Avengers? Yeah.
Just looked at it, a 68, and I thought.
What did Gotham Knights get?
Looks better.
Gotham Knights got just under 70. Didn't know to get it like 71. They were both in and around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the name Rocksteady will get it points. I hate it, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Gotham Knights is 69, yeah, so they're both 68 and 69.
God. I knew it wasn't going to be at 80, that's why I didn't take it. But and when's the date again, Chris?
It's mid-May, isn't it?
Same date or around Tears of the Kingdom?
Possibly. I feel it's like the 5th of May, so it's close to Redfall, which is also a multiplayer. I know it's a first-person shooter and this thing, but they're going to get compared. And Redfall,
Yeah.
from what we've seen, look, if I had to play either of them, I would play Red. Even if you take away like Game Pass and stuff like that, you had to buy either for 70 quid. I would go for Redfall out of the two at the moment, and then it's like 10 days
Yeah,
before
Redfall was combat. But...
and then it's 10 days before like Tears, or roughly Tears of the Kingdom. So like, there's going to be, depending when reviews go up, sites and that are going to be covering Tears of the Kingdom as well. So could be an interesting one for it. Or people were playing Tears of the Kingdom and going, it's the sequel to the best game ever, and this is also the best game ever. And then they go play Suicide Squad, and then like, what is this garbage or something? And I'm like,
I mean, I couldn't see it. I don't see them putting out and it being like a 50, but I equally wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like
sandwiched between, because Diablo, I'm just looking now, and Diablo's not long after. Diablo's June 6th, Street Fighter June 2nd, so it is sandwiched between some like
some
massive
big hitters.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
we
not
actually
good.
forgot on the recent podcast we did. We were going through March releases. It's not released, but the beta of Diablo is in March.
Yeah, I mean, a Diablo would be good, right? All the Diablos are good. So it's like, yeah, it's tough. It's real tough looking at it and being like, okay. And it's one of those, I think, and I know they limited expectations when we were going into this. And I suppose we'll get to that now, like we'll get to our scores and stuff. But like, I know they limited the expectations that there wasn't going to be any first party. But to flip on what the narrative's been for the last probably 10 years, if this was Xbox, the level of what they'd be getting killed right now would be ridiculous. Because like, you've just had an Xbox showcase, which was like 5 games here or there. I don't know, 4 games. We got the bonus game. Was good. You've just had the Nintendo Direct, which is pretty much done the same, where it was like, yep, here's a shadow drop of a big game, and here's lots of cool game announcements. And then you've got this, and it's like, oh, and I think this is gonna look even worse than when we get the Pokemon thing on Monday as well. It's like, oh, like this is Sony's only thing they've talked about in any shape or form in a video for months, and probably will be the only thing they talk about now for months. And it's like, if you're a PS5 owner, it's not massively inspiring, is it? To be honest with you.
No, if their next show will be, they normally do a show like after E3 sort of time, right? They normally wait until everyone else does theirs.
I think the rumor is it's going to be like a week before this year E3. So
I also can't believe in the middle of this they announced PS Plus when it was that lineup. Like, they've had good lineups recently, and like that's the lineup they want in their direct. Is like Battlefield 2042, which I'll be honest with you, I've played. It's on EA Play anyway, by the way. So it's like, if you've got EA Play on PlayStation, you haven't got a game. It's not great. And then you've got Minecraft Dungeons, which is, it's a great game, but it's also not a full price game, and it's been out for years, and is literally made by your competitor and is on Game Pass. And then what was the third game, Chris? I don't even remember.
I can't remember.
Like,
it was up. It was up quite quickly. The thing, because I paid more attention of the like extra ones, which obviously, was it Uncharted Lost Legacy and
no, Legacy Collection was in premium.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh god, what was it?
I don't know.
I have to have a look now. But yeah, Craig, like again, like it's a bit of a weird pull, that, in it, to just throw that in the middle.
Yeah, you would think they would have some big hitters in there, but then they have kind of like they pushed that service when they first kind of transitioned it to what it is now, and then they've gone very kind of quiet on it, haven't they?
Yes. So the other game was Code Vein.
Oh, yeah, that was on Game Pass for a bit.
Yeah,
That's
and the other
anime,
the Ubisoft
Souls-like
games they've
crap.
added are Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is already on Game Pass, I believe. Rainbow Six Extraction, which is already on Game Pass. Ghostwire Tokyo, which is obviously going to come to Game Pass because it's owned by Xbox. And Uncharted.
It's going to be on
that's the big ones.
It's going to launch on both services, so literally the same day, I presume, because it'll be March when it comes to Xbox. So.
Yeah,
Good
it's
thing
still
so.
in their contracts, isn't it? But pre-agreed, I think, that they come to the service after the year or whatever it is.
Yeah, so of those, like, I might replay Uncharted, I guess, but like that's Chia. Yeah, so that was kind of it. I mean, right. So let's go through the scores. Obviously, it's 10 o'clock at night. We need to go to bed. I've got to go to work tomorrow. Chris Pengelly, give me a score out of 5.
5.
So out of 5, I'm gonna give it a 2.
2. Okay, and what are your main reasonings for giving it a 2?
Because I don't know, 3 of the VR games look good, but one of them we knew about, so that kind of docks a little bit. The indies, all 3 indies, I'm sort of keen on, and one of them being a plus game. Day One is is good, and both I'm not bothered about Resident Evil 4, but I know people are, like Craig, and obviously seeing more Street Fighter is good. It's just everything else was not good.
Craig.
So, God, I feel like the most you could possibly give this is a 2 out of 5, but I'm tempted to just give it a 1. In all honesty, I thought it was that meh, because it's like the highlight of it for me is Resident Evil, but then it's like this is a month before Resident Evil launch. Like you're already sold on Street Fighter and Resident Evil at this point, aren't you? Like you didn't really need to show that again.
No, but they needed to show something.
Basically, yeah, it's basically just showing games that like they've already been shown. Like people have already decided on them. Like I don't know, like that's the highlight for me. But that's really pulling. Chia looked good. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1, and that's I know that's brutal, but I thought it was that bad.
My honest answer to this is if I had no interest in VR, I think this would be a 1, because they just didn't show anything that was worth this. Not like I've literally just tweeted this should have been an email. And it's like,
which are you doing for the PlayStation VR stuff?
Yeah, because that's what I mean. If you take VR out, they basically gave us the Plus announcements, 2 trailers for games we already know about, and a deep dive in a Naruto game we don't care about, and then a deep dive in Suicide Squad, which probably gave us more questions.
Shouldn't have shown.
Yeah, which probably gave us more questions than answers. So I'm like, but the VR stuff I'm genuinely interested in. So I'm like, okay, a 2. Because I thought the VR stuff looked good. I thought Synapse looked good. I thought Journey to the Foundation looked good. And I thought Foglands looked good. But that's that, isn't it, really?
What this should have been, Nintendo have done in the past. They've done a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Nintendo Direct. So if you've got no interest in Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you would not watch that Direct. This should have been a Suicide Squad State of Play, because obviously they must have the marketing rights for Suicide Squad. That game comes out in May, and we've not really seen anything. But if you just called it the Suicide Squad State of Play, okay, that would still have been a bad trailer, but it would have been like even more exactly what it said on the tin.
Yeah,
I think once you put the State of Play label next to it, people get excited, don't they? People expect stuff. Because in the chat earlier, weren't we predicting stuff, and it was a lot more than what we just got, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you can do that every time, and it's not fair to be like, oh yeah, we wanted Half-Life, but it's one of those where you're like, if you're going to make the effort, like I said, it's one of those, like, this is your first video you're showing, so like people are going to have some expectations because other people are showing videos. If this was all you had, don't make it a video, make it an email, and then make it a Suicide Squad video in a month's time when you're closer to the game and you've got more to show.
Didn't we actually have a Horizon State of Play, which was just Horizon?
Yeah, we did for God of War, I think, as well. We did for other games, like maybe Gran Turismo, like all the big games they do.
Just Suicide Squad.
Ratchet and Clank, they did.
That's what they should have just done. Just done one of them, just for Suicide Squad.
Or do they know it's crap and they had to stick it in with other games?
I don't know.
But here we go. Either way, that was the.
Still, the most surprising thing is Whether Square Enix,
Oh,
they
that-
normally get all
they've-
these shows.
Oh, they've got plenty coming out, Chris, don't you? I don't think they want to associate with it, to be honest.
Mm.
And random other news: Hogwarts Legacy, 12 million copies sold already, only next gen and PC.
It's huge, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's crazy.
But anyway,
numbers.
well, let's not talk about successes after that. So thank you for watching our State of Play Reacts. We will be back with our usual programming at some point on the weekend, probably Sunday. We'll probably do a podcast on Sunday, and then we'll have the Pokemon Direct potentially, although I think it's in the middle of the day, so maybe not on the Monday. But thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.